one tri-state college is expanding their reach in online education with a new partnership. WGEM's Shakayla McCamick joins us now. And Shakayla, how will the program provide more career training for students?
Daniel, Culver-Stockton College has announced a partnership with ed2go, an online education provider that supports training opportunities across in-demand industries. Officials say the program provides easily accessible online training materials at a lower cost. Course offerings range from career and certification training to personal and professional development courses that focus on teaching transferable skills. One Culver-Stockton professor says the program should better prepare those interested for the current job market.
Folks want more options and more availability of coursework, and again, our skill set, when you look at the tri-state area, the different markets in which we have need vary substantially, and so being able to have that variety for folks that want, again, upskill, retrain, or even move into a new workforce area, having those options and availability is important for us to meet the consumers and our employers in the market.
The online model allows students to learn anytime, anywhere, so you have the option of self-paced or instructor-led courses so you can learn on your own time. Daniel?
All right, thank you, Shakayla. Hoffman says course offerings are available to everyone over the age of 18, not just Culver-Stockton students. The courses can cost up to $200, and you can find a link on our website, WGEM.com.